In 1943, as World War II raged across Europe and the Pacific, American soldiers encountered a seemingly small but potentially life-threatening problem on the battlefield. Their ammunition boxes were sealed with thin paper tape that featured a pull tab for easy opening. However, to waterproof these boxes, they were coated in wax, making the tape fragile and prone to tearing. In the heat of combat, when every second counted, soldiers often found themselves struggling to access ammunition, forced to pry the boxes open with knives, bayonets, or even their teeth, wasting precious time and putting their lives at risk. At the Green River Ordnance Plant near Amboy, Illinois, Vesta Stout, a factory worker and mother of 2 Navy sailors, saw the problem firsthand. Her job involved inspecting and packing ammunition cartridges, and she quickly recognized a design flaw. Stout had an idea: a strong, waterproof cloth-based tape that could be torn by hand. When her supervisors didn't act on her suggestion, she took matters into her own hands. On February 10, 1943, she wrote directly to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, outlining the problem and her solution, complete with diagrams. Her letter read, in part, "I suggested we use a strong cloth tape that would be waterproof and could be ripped open without a knife. The officers only said, 'It's a good idea,' but did nothing about it. I have 2 sons out there somewhere. You have sons in service too. We can't let them down by giving them equipment that is not the best we can make." Roosevelt responded by forwarding her letter to the War Production Board, which contacted the Industrial Tape Corporation, later part of Johnson & Johnson. Within weeks, they developed a new military-grade adhesive tape based on Stout's suggestion. By mid-1943, American ammunition boxes were being sealed with the new tape, which soldiers could quickly tear open with their bare hands. Before it was known as duct tape, this adhesive powerhouse was originally called duct tape. The name likely came from the cotton duck fabric used in its construction, a strong, tightly woven canvas material that provided the tape's strength and tear resistance. The original military version was olive drab green to match Army equipment. During the Vietnam War, the military found crucial new applications for duct tape. Helicopters frequently took gunfire, and bullet holes in their fuselage and rotor blades needed fast repairs to stay operational. Maintenance crews discovered that the tape could temporarily patch these holes, preventing further structural damage and keeping aircraft airborne until proper repairs could be made. This earned it the nickname 100 miles per hour tape, referring to its ability to hold at high speeds. In desert operations, rotor blades suffered additional wear from fine dust and sand, which could degrade their edges and reduce efficiency. To counter this, crews applied duct tape to one side of the blades as a protective layer, extending their lifespan in harsh conditions. They used the tape to secure loose gear and silence dog tags, preventing any metal-on-metal noise that could give away their position. Some also taped rifle magazines together, creating jungle clips, to enable faster reloads in combat. Field medics found the tape invaluable when medical supplies ran low. They created makeshift bandages, secured splints to broken limbs, and fashioned pressure bandages that saved lives on the battlefield. After World War II, the housing boom created a demand for cheap building materials. Builders needed a way to seal ductwork, so manufacturers changed the tape's color from military green to silver gray to match metal ducts. This led to the name duct tape. However, it proved ineffective for HVAC systems, as heat and cold cycles caused the adhesive to dry out and peel away, as it deteriorated over time, releasing toxic fumes and harmful particles into ventilation systems. What makes duct tape so special isn't just one material but 3 carefully combined layers. The outer layer is a scrim-reinforced polyethylene backing that provides strength and water resistance. The middle layer is a polyethylene coating, which adds flexibility and helps repel moisture, keeping the adhesive layer protected. The bottom layer is a rubber-based adhesive that sticks to almost anything: wood, metal, plastic, fabric, and even slightly dusty or damp surfaces. This adhesive contains tackifiers, which keep it flexible and allow it to grip rough surfaces by flowing into tiny surface irregularities. Duct tape has solved countless problems here on Earth, but could it be the key to saving lives in space? The Apollo 13 mission proved just how essential this simple tool can be. On April 13, 1970, an oxygen tank exploded aboard Apollo 13, putting the lives of 3 astronauts in grave danger 200,000 miles from Earth. After the explosion, the crew had to move into the lunar module, using it as a lifeboat. However, this created a new problem. The lunar module's carbon dioxide scrubbers used square lithium hydroxide canisters, while the command module used round ones. With no direct replacement available, rising CO2 levels threatened to suffocate the astronauts. NASA engineers on the ground had to create a solution using only materials available on the spacecraft. They designed an adapter using plastic bags, cardboard from flight manuals, and duct tape. This improvised device, which the crew called the mailbox, successfully filtered the air until the astronauts returned safely to Earth. In his book Lost Moon, Commander Jim Lovell described the situation. The contraption wasn't very handsome, but it worked. Following the Apollo 13 incident, duct tape became a common and highly valued tool on subsequent space missions. It would prove essential once again during the Apollo 17 mission in December 1972, when astronauts used it to repair a lunar rover fender. When astronaut Gene Cernan accidentally knocked off part of the fender with his hammer, lunar dust began kicking up from the wheels, threatening to damage equipment. Using maps, clamps, and duct tape, the astronauts created a replacement fender that allowed them to complete their mission. The makeshift repair remained on the lunar surface after the mission, making duct tape one of the few commercial products to have been left on the moon. In the 1980s, duct tape jumped from toolboxes to television screens. The action-adventure show MacGyver featured a hero who could solve almost any problem with duct tape, a Swiss Army knife, and his quick thinking. In the Canadian comedy show The Red Green Show, the main character called it the Handyman's secret weapon. The show's catchphrase became,
"Women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy."
Artists began experimenting with ductagami, making wallets, flowers, hats, and even full-sized furniture using only duct tape. The phrase "duct tape fixes everything" became part of speech. During hurricane preparations, hardware stores often sell out of duct tape before water and batteries. This gave its name hurricane tape. People use it to secure windows, create temporary shelters, and waterproof important documents. From a mother's idea to a cultural icon, duct tape has saved lives and solved problems across the world. Its simplicity and strength remind us that sometimes the best solutions are the most unexpected. As Red Green put it, "If women don't find you handsome,
They should at least find you handy."